Alright, for the fifth and hopefully final time, greetings everyone, and welcome to my first console LP of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, being played off the HD remix for PlayStation 3. Like I said, I've tried doing this 5 times now, so I'm kind of impatient at this point, but yeah. So why am I playing this game? Well, because I want to. That and oh, I don't want to go in there again. No game. No. Alright. Okay. Guess I might as well explain some things before I start. First and foremost, this music is beautiful. And one of the things that I love that they did with 1.5 Remix is that they redid all the music in Kingdom Hearts 1 with live instruments instead of just using, a computer to synthesize everything. And honestly, that is probably the greatest thing that they could have, the greatest thing that they did for this game, in all honesty. I just love it when developers go out of their way to put more effort into something. I mean, you could easily just use a computer to synthesize your music, but it just feels better when you use real instruments, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I hope nothing's too loud. I hope my voice isn't too loud. I hope the game isn't too loud, because again, first time console recording, it's pretty much expected that you would have some technical difficulties, but anyway. So, in this new version, in the original version of the game, you only had 2 difficulty settings, and here you have a third option, which is beginner, which will give you rare items and, extra stat boosts at the beginning of the game to make things really easy for you. I only really recommend playing this if you're going for the speed run. There's a trophy in this game for beating it in under 15 hours, so the easiest way to do that is just to play beginner mode and plow right through it. And skip cutscenes and try not to spend so much time in menus, because that all counts toward your time in this game for some stupid reason. But anyway, Final Mix is recommended for people who are new to the Kingdom Hearts series. And one thing I should say is that if you are new to this series, the plot can get pretty confusing. I'm not going to lie, the Kingdom Hearts games are pretty infamous for that. Now, as a longtime fan, I do claim to understand most of it, but new fans are going to have a harder time getting into it. And I'll be playing on proud mode, so, since I'm an experienced player. Automatic camera, vibration on. And before I proceed, I should mention that I'm going to have to mute the audio in the opening cutscenes for these games, because I don't want to get copyright strikes because of the songs that are in them. So just fair warning. I will include I can't talk. I will include a link to where you can listen to the song in the video description or somewhere on the actual video. But otherwise, in this video, it's going to be muted. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the heart.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
So much to do, so little time. Take your time. Don't be afraid. The door is still shut. Now step forward. Can you do it? Sure I can. Surrounded by squirrels. Great, I'm gonna go nuts. Squirrels and rabbits and long yellow dress. Power sleeps within you. If you give it form, it will give you strength. Choose well. Alright. So time to do some more explaining. Whatever weapon you choose here will be the stats that you prioritize as you level up. In other words, you'll gain if I choose the sword here, I will gain most of my offensive abilities and stats earlier in the game. And whatever I give up afterwards, like I'm going to give up the magic, so most of my magic stats and abilities are going to come later into the game. And whatever you don't give up is just kind of in the middle somewhere. Like toward the middle of the game, basically. I'm gonna go for the sword and give up the magic. The power of the warrior, invincible courage, a sword of terrible destruction. Is this the power you seek? Yes, sir. Your path is set. Now, what will you give up in exchange? You really shouldn't give up the shield unless you really want to be hardcore and take buttloads of damage, but I don't want to. It's actually probably a good idea to go for the shield over the sword because it gives you guard earlier in the game, so I don't know. You do what you want. But I'm gonna do what I want. The power of the mystic, inner strength. A staff of wonder and ruin. You give up this power? Yes, sir. You've chosen the power of the warrior. You've given up the power of the mystic. Is this the form you choose? Yes. Keep my controller off the desk, otherwise it's going to vibrate like crazy. Wouldn't it be funny if one of the glass swords just impaled me right there? Why is her hair brown? It's supposed to be blonde. Got it wrong, Square Enix. Bad. Very bad. You've gained the power to fight. X to attack. Alright, you've got it. Use this power to protect yourself and others. Alright. There will be times you have to fight. Keep your light burning strong. Whatever you say, strange voice. I actually happen to know exactly who this voice is, but I'm not going to spoil it. It's not that big of a spoiler, honestly, but I'm still not going to spoil it. Let me just say that my accent is not very fitting for who it is. Behind you! Alright, locking on is something you'll want to do. Like, you should never at any point attack enemies without locking on to them. Unless you just want to be pro and, you know, swinging absolutely nothing like a pro. Derp face. Sora's got a derp face. No, I'm sinking. And now we're here. Alright. The door. Open the door. Alright. So another thing they changed from the original... Well, a couple of things. In the original PS2 version, you controlled the camera with the shoulder buttons, and here you use the right analog stick. Very big improvement. And another thing, your interaction icon used to be down here on the menu, but now you just use the triangle button. I can't open it. it's still solid. You should still be able to grab the doorknob. Whatever. Ooh, treasure. So you tap the top of it and it opens. Okay. Whatever. Logic. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and break this. You know you can push it. I'm losing all of my patience. I've done this way too many times. Alright. You just have to destroy this barrel. And you can launch it. Sometimes when you lock onto something else, you can launch barrels and stuff at it, like that. Sometimes it'll go straight toward them, and sometimes it won't. It's confusing. Alright, so I have an LED TV, so whenever the screen just goes completely white like this, I can actually kind of see the LED lights inside the screen. Hold on, the door won't open just yet. First, tell me more about yourself. Alright. This part also requires some explaining. Alright. What's most important to you, my prized possessions, friendship, or being number one? Now, the answers that you pick here will affect how quickly you gain experience throughout the game. If you choose all the bottom answers, you'll get relatively slow experience up until, I think, level 40, and then it starts to speed up. And if you choose all the top answers, you get relatively fast experience points up until level 40, in which case it starts to kind of slow down. And I think if you go for any other combination, it just gives you the medium speed. I'm gonna go for the top, though. Is being number one such a big deal? What are you so afraid of? Getting old, being different, or being indecisive? I'm afraid of getting old. Getting old? Is that really so scary? Alright. What do you want out of life? To be strong, to broaden your horizons, or to see rare sights? To see rare sights, huh? Your I'm getting ahead of myself. That's how much I've been trying to record this game today. Your adventure begins at dawn. As long as the sun is shining, your journey should be a pleasant one. Seriously, I started trying to do this at like 12. It's 5:21 now, so had a lot of complications today, but hopefully everything's good. Today you will open the doors both far off and very near. She's pretty. I like her. She's pretty. Okay. That's creepy. Alright. Alright, you can press the start button to open the menu screen, but you can't open it during cutscenes or battle. And ironically, both those things are right here, so... Ow. There we go. Alright, save points. This is the part where the game gives you the most useful advice ever. Just watch. It's a good idea to save often. This game does not have an autosave feature, so when I first played this game, there's a long level in the game. I'm not going to spoil what it is yet, but my power went out like 2 or 3 times when I was playing that level. And if I had been saving more often in that level, I wouldn't have had so much of a problem, but, you know. It's one of my worst memories that I have of this game, is redoing that level like multiple times. It's not like it was that hard. Contrary to popular belief, I don't think Kingdom Hearts is really that hard of a game. But, well, Proud Mode does kind of keep me on my toes, though. Alright, we're gonna invert the camera. Alright, this is your status screen where you can see how much more experience you need until you get to the next level, as well as how strong you are and whatnot. This is your customized screen where you can set shortcuts for your magic commands later on. Your abilities screen, where you can equip abilities that you earn throughout the game. On Proud mode in the 1.5 remix version, you get an ability called EXP 0, which allows you to basically play through the game without gaining any experience. So if you want to be hardcore and play the game on level 1 all the way, you can, but I'm not going to because I'm not insane. Alright, equipment, this is where you change your weapons and accessories. Now if you're playing on beginner mode, you get an accessory that gives you, I believe, 10% more experience points or something like that. So it's helpful to have that, especially if you're going for a speed run. Alright, and items, you can equip your healing items here, and there's also extra items here that'll be in your inventory. There will actually be, on beginner mode, there will be power-ups and defense-ups that can make you ridiculously overpowered at this point in the game, so useful stuff, I guess. Alright, run up these stairs and finish this level off. Alright, and I didn't notice when I first played this game, but the stairs actually disappear behind you. It's kind of funny. The closer you get to light, the greater your shadow becomes. I wasn't reading the text there because I wasn't paying attention, but it wasn't important. Oh my god, I forgot the stairs disappeared. No! I have to fight this thing now. And I have to pay attention because the way I find them is probably not the way most people fight them. I'm gonna do it the way that gets me more experience points. Actually, I should probably explain one thing. I will be switching out to other save files that I made like a year ago, where the save files that I made so I wouldn't have to worry about level grinding the other times when I would play this game, because I do play this game relatively often. So I don't want to have to grind every single time I play it because a boss is too hard or something. So I made save files where I'm at an applicable level for that specific event in the game. And yeah, you get a bunch of experience points for doing this. Whew, got it. You have no idea how many times I missed that for the part where he shoots out 3 of those things when I was trying to record previously, so it's annoying, believe me. Whoops. Need to keep my controller away from my desk. Alrighty. Come on, hit me with your best shot, buddy. Did that perfectly this time, didn't take any damage. Whoops, I kind of wanted to do that attack when I was slowing down. Oh well. But don't be afraid, I'm just going to rape you. Why am I going to rape you? Well, because you hold the mightiest weapon of all. I've been waiting a long time to make that joke. So don't forget. You are the one who will open the door. I said that a bit earlier, but whatever.